Hi, I'm Naomi Ackie.
And I'm Channing Tatum, and you're here with ELLE UK. I was the best. We were friends. We didn't know each other, and then we started working on this, and then became friends, and then we had our relationship sort of like started after we kind of just fell in love creating. Everybody's like, you really want to go and like make a movie with your partner? Are you guys gonna like kill each other? And that was really the comfort place. I don't know. We just really enjoy making things and talking about movies. Like if we have a day off, we usually watch about 2 or 3 movies, and we talk all the way through the movie. And like it's just who we are. Making movies are hard, and especially making your first movie. I was there as more of an emotional support as well as an actor. Yeah, the amount of times she's having like full on emotional, spiritual like meltdown. You just kind of have to be like, you got to learn when to be really tough love and be like, hey, stop. Like, you just got to make the next best decision. You don't need to, you can't think about the whole thing right now. Or just like be like, it's okay. Just lay your head down. Like, lay your head down. Let's take a nap. Yeah. Like, everything's gonna be fine. It was special. It was special. I hope we get to do a lot of stuff together.
Oh,
we got weird on set, man.
Yeah,
it was good. It's the only thing.
Ow.
All right. What's up, dog?
Funnest things was like the one-ers. There's a few in there. We did one of the one-ers in the pool, but there was the funny one, or the most enjoyable one, was like a kind of vibey dance party scene at night, and so it's like the middle, maybe like 2 a.m, and we're like choreographing this like scene where the camera basically doesn't take any cuts, and we all had to kind of like dance around the camera, and that was super fun. That was jokes. It was really fun.
Yeah, everybody had to kind of come up with their own little dance style, because I didn't really want Slater to really know how to dance, so I asked one of our producers to like Bruce to dance, and he has this like thing where he does this. And so I was like, I'm stealing that.
Coming with me.
He'd be like, he does it in a certain way. I never nailed it, but like I was like, I'm just gonna do that.
Oh, and I love the fact that like Zoe would like, and she did this a few times. She would like, to change the vibe of the scene, she would change the music. So on that one and a few other bits of the film, like she would like on these loud speakers that filled up the whole like hotel. Would be different songs, and they were all bangers.
Yeah, they were.
All different vibes, and then we would catch the vibe, and then we would
ride.
The hardest thing for me to do physically was actually like really simple. It was like running on like cobbled flooring.
Oh yeah.
Barefoot. It really hurt.
There's a big long walkway in the movie that you kind of see with the girls on the very first time, where they all walk out and they got their hats on and stuff. I don't know who decided to make that walkway and when they made it, but it was like the walkway of death. If you did not have shoes on it, you'd be bleeding by the end of it. It was just like razor blades of rocks. The fighting wasn't like super hard comparatively to stuff I've done, but the last day we did not have enough time, and we had to be out of there by a certain time, and like crew was ready to mutiny because we had just worked everybody to death, and like getting the last like sort of physical stuff and that last scene in Slater's like room, it was tough. It was hard.
Was this in Mexico City or was this in Tampa?
Mexico City.
Mexico City.
Yeah, that one.
I remember.
Yeah, dude,
I blocked out.
It was rough, man.
That was intense.
God, we were sometimes doing one takes of things and just moving on. It was crazy.
Oh, God. I would take a fire starter.
Yeah. Mezcal. With like a never-ending bottle of mezcal, maybe. Oh. Can you say that?
Yeah. Totally say that. I would take a water purifier.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I would take my phone. I think because I'm going the practical route, and then hopefully everything else will sort itself out.
What are you gonna do with the phone?
Just try and ask for help or something.
You're gonna be in desert island. There's not gonna be service out there. Take a lot of really cute pictures though. Like when they do find your body, you're just like, here I am, so hungry and dying.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see a ship out there. They can't see me. I'm cute though.
I'll take a hammock.
Oof, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a really good machete, and then like an endless box of Popeye's chicken.
So Popeye's chicken, mezcal.
I'm good on machete. I'm straight. I'm good to go. I can live for a very, very long time.
What are we gonna do?
Entertainment. We're gonna just entertain ourselves. It's gonna be.
Lord, that would be hell. It'd be absolute hell.
No, we got a bottle of mezcal. We're fine. It could be just like back at Tim's.
It's literally a time.
That's really, really a question for you. I've seen this movie so many times. I don't even. I've seen the movie well over 50 times. It's
wow,
probably, I'm close to it.
I've only seen it twice. The first time I watched it with Alia and Zoe, they were both in London. We had our own little screening room. I think the first thing that blew me away was the sound design. So that was the thing that I was like, whoa. Everyone's job is so important, from the editing to the sound design to the set design, and seeing it all come together finally was just like, after 2 years? We shot this 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been a long time, so you had a good enough chance to forget and then re-remember, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I think when I read the version that we were gonna go and actually make, because there's been a lot of different versions. Me and Zoe's worked on this for a long time. She had a really good way to explain it, because when I read some of the characters, I really read them almost in a very generic way.
Yeah.
And she was like, no man, I want these guys to be cool. You want these guys that actually be guys that you would want to go to an island and then you can unravel it from there, or discover who they are after. And I think it just was so. It was so smart. You were just like, oh, this should be cool. This should be fun. This should be interesting, and we don't need to play these archetypes in a way. And really, I don't know. It was a cool way to think about it.
I feel like I got into character. For one, I'm not British in it, so that helps, for separation of self. And then in terms of prep, it was more about really understanding where Frida starts and where I wanted her to end, and everything else was about kind of technically given circumstances, okay, so if I know this about Frida, I don't know, this is what she wants, then in this situation this is how she's going to react. And everything else was just kind of playing off of everyone else. I personally can't do anything until I know everyone.
Yeah.
Until I'm acting against Chan, I don't know how Frida is going to be, because it has to come from an organic place, don't want to be planned too much.
Thanks for watching. This is Channing Tatum.
And this is Naomi Ackie.